Morning, everyone. Today we're back in the leaf cleanup season again. It just got done raining, so we're going to get a little bit later start again today. And we have two that we want to get done. We're not sure how it's going to work out because it's supposed to start raining again this afternoon. So we're going to try and get them two at least, and then try to get a couple more stuck in there because we're going to have a lot of leaves to clean up in a real short time because the phone is ringing. So let's get started.
Good morning.
This morning we're at our first yard. Someone's being a little dramatic with her hat.
No, it's cold out here. I'm telling you, it's gonna snow. I can feel it.
In 2 days, I think it's supposed to snow. I think we're supposed to get 1 to 3.
I think it's like 40 and it feels like 30 right now.
Yeah, it's cold out here. It just got rain. But first yard today, we're gonna be working together in the ditch in one spot. Getting all these decorative grasses. I don't know what they're called, but there's a lot of them. They doubled in size this year. And then there's a pile over there, which is no big deal, but this is going to be work, and this could take us about a half hour right here just to get all this down.
Start it up.
Okay, that yard's all done. It's a simple yard. Just the grasses in a ditch are just kind of a pain in the butt, but they're still not all that bad.
Yep, and I was a little vicious with the rake. I caught me a mouse.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, what is that thing running in the ditch? And then I says, oh, it looks like it's trying to swim. So I grabbed the hold of the rake and I pulled it out, and sure enough, I got it in the neck. I killed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was hanging in that grass because it was nice and warm in there.
And it probably was, but you know. Oh, new stone chip in the glasses. Oh well, that's life. But anyhow, we're gonna go to the shop. I'm gonna get rid of the skag and the DR, and then we're gonna put the small skag on there, and we're gonna go around and do some cleanups with just the Gravely, because the Gravely's doing or did such a great job out here. We're gonna be using a Gravely a lot this year, just because it's a little bit faster. Yeah, we're gonna dump out everything on the trailer anyhow, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was kind of different that it wasn't clogging up because this yard was very wet.
Yeah, see, that's where having difficulties trusting that thing yet because of the belt system, or belt situation that I've had before, but seems to be working okay. I got an extra belt. This one's been on there about 3 weeks, I think, so it's doing pretty good. You know, even though there is a cut in it because I flopped it off one day, but it's still going, so that's the biggest thing. And I think it's just going to work out good for us with that Gravely on there.
So it's 45 degrees. The feel-like temperature's 39, and the winds are west at 7 miles an hour, so it's a little bit cold.
And it's going to get colder.
Yep, snow's on the way.
So I don't know if you believe us or if we heard it or we mentioned it. Thursday night, 1 to 3 inches of snow.
Just enough to make our day miserable.
But it's supposed to be in the 40s in the evening, so that's gonna, or I mean evening, no, in the day. So it's gonna all melt away, and as long as it doesn't get cold during the day, we're gonna be good.
Wasting my time with too many reflections. Yeah, and since you've been gone, I've been trying to fix me, and I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm getting there. Lately I've seen you on television. Yeah, it feels like I'm watching you from a prison. And I want to hold myself in my own arms at night, but I'm moving on. Yes, I'm moving on. You're so drunk, and I must find my way to make this stop. Stop. Yes, I'm stumbling, but I will find someone to raise me up. Running around like I don't know directions. Staying at home like I don't feel affection. And everyone's right when they say that I'll be moving on in time. That I'm getting there. Lately I've heard you on radio stations, and I love your voice, so I just feel frustration. And everyone's right when they say that I'll be moving on in time. Yes, I'm moving on. You're so drunk, and I must find my way to make this stop. Stop. Yes, I'm stumbling, but I will find someone to raise me up. You're so
Okay, yeah, I don't have the other mower on front to push all these leaves out, but that works out really well. I don't have to do any bungee cording, nothing. It's all done. And this yard
Looks
cleaned
pretty.
up real nice. This was our test yard. Yeah, there's a couple leaves here and there, but they'll be there in the spring because there's a tree, oak tree, that's going to be falling here in about January. So,
And normally we do the cleanup. We cannot get in that ditch. That ditch is usually full of water. So hopefully next spring when we do the cleanup, we won't have a bunch of leaves stuck in there.
right, that's what we're hoping. So we'll see. And then there's that tree. So,
Which won't fall till January probably.
so I did blow a belt. I do have another belt on there. That's that Gates green belt, and I do have to call the parts store that I got that at because I forgot to order that 1/2 inch by 98 blade runner belt. So hopefully this is going to last a little bit longer. Mower's got 184 hours on it. I don't know if you can see that, but this is belt number 8. So that's not a good record for this thing right here. And then my bracket broke there, so I got to weld that up. It just can't take the vibration. I'm gonna have to put something different on there, make something bigger. And then this belt, as you can see, the belt's going in a little bit too much. I'm gonna see if I can't move that pulley out farther without messing something up in here. So we'll see on that part.
Well, many of you people were telling me that I was gonna like that backpack blower.
She was smiling the whole time she was out there.
Yeah, because I realized that I got into spaces that I couldn't get in before. Yeah, so I got them beds cleaned out pretty well, except there was one I couldn't get to because there was a truck parked in front of it.
Yes.
So I can't do it until he moves his vehicle. He's got boats and campers and everything else over here, and it was just kind of hard to get around them without blowing all his stuff around.
And
But that's all right. I guess whenever it gets moved, the wind will probably take them away, take the leaves away.
that probably won't get moved till spring, but I ain't worried about because we're in this neighborhood quite a bit for the next month here, or however long it is before we get snowed out. But that Gravely and that Protero, if I could keep a belt on that Protero, that thing is just kicking butt on this, because it took us an extra 15 minutes longer on this yard, but I blew a belt. So, and then the guard is all busted up from vibrating. It's just too thin of metal. So I'm gonna have to make something up with that. But we're gonna be using that Gravely a lot more this year than that DR because of these small yards and all these trees. It's just easier to get around in, and I think the amount of times I'm gonna have to dump on a trailer isn't gonna make no difference because I could get around things tighter, faster, easier. So the bigger yards, yeah, we're gonna be using the the Skag and the DR because we got a couple yards. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it's just easier with them because they're bigger yards. But the small yards, yeah, we're gonna be using that Gravely.
And when we come back in the spring, this yard will be full of sticks, like lots of branches, like normal.
Yeah, actually, this yard here, this is our first yard we come to because we get a trailer load of branches out of here every spring.
Yeah, we usually catch it before the snow melts.
Yep, and get them all out of here. So anyhow, we have one more yard to do and then we're done for the day.
Well, it's one of those days where a sugar Pepsi tastes so good. I don't usually drink pop. I'm a water drinker. But it's one of those days. I just needed that sugar Pepsi.
Seatbelt, please.
Oh yeah, don't need to get a ticket.
Always after her about that seatbelt. Anyhow, that Gravely is impressing me today. We haven't done any major cleanups with that thing and leaf cleanup, and it's just doing a wonderful job.
So he's impressed with his Gravely and Protero bagger, and I'm impressed with my HR200 leaf backpack blower.
You're getting it. She'll get them letters all together.
Just a lot to say at one time.
So we're gonna go empty out the trailer right now and probably get one more yard, but that yard we could dump on site, so that's gonna be a good thing. But now it is time for Vicky's question of the day.
Well, I'm sure everybody watches the weather on a daily basis, especially if you're doing lawn care. Our weather forecast isn't looking real good right now. We have a chance of getting 1 to 3 inches of snow on Halloween night. How many of you are having snow in your weather forecast in the next few days?
Your answers down in the comment section below would be greatly appreciated. Okay, we just finished up our last yard.
There's a lot of leaves there. And I was noticing too that from the lake being so rough that there was a lot of rocks up on the grass today.
Yeah, we just got done, if you haven't figured out, we just got done mowing the lawn and picking up the leaves on the lake. Oh, it's cold.
It's on the opposite side of our big lawn that we do, that real pretty lawn that we do on the lake.
Yeah, right on the opposite side of that little small bay there. Oh, I tell you.
But yeah, it's going to be, we're supposed to get some more rough wave weather this week.
Coming up, yeah. So again, I know I said it earlier with that Gravely, that Protero just did it's impressive me. It did a great job on this lawn. Yeah, I dumped out a few more times, but it's saving us a little bit more time. 10 minutes per yard. That's an hour a day. Because we're average, 5 or 6 lawns a day, but that's an hour. We're getting done sooner, and it's easier, and I don't have to lift that big old heavy bagger thing or clamshell or whatever you want to call it. But so there's still some yards I'm going to have to use it on, but they're getting fewer and fewer. So it's just going to work out really well for us. Like I said this here about 2 weeks ago, I think we're going to fly through these, and we're doing pretty well on flying through these right now.
And it helps the weather's cooperating.
Yes, tremendously. Not going to be cooperating so much next week because we're supposed to get snow almost every day.
And rain every day.
So it's going to start off with snow and then turn to rain almost every single day. So it's getting close to us.
All the other lawn people in our area are getting a little worried too that they're not going to get the leaves picked up in time.
Yeah.
Because in the last 2 years, that's what happened.
Yeah,
the leaves had to stay on the ground till spring, and it makes it so hard to pick them up in the springtime.
Yeah, because you have 2 weeks before the mow season starts, and it's a scramble. Usually in the springtime, you're mowing grass and picking up leaves at the same time,
And thatching and everything else.
You're just losing time all over everywhere because you didn't do a good job in the fall because you just couldn't do it. So things are looking good for us for now. I know I don't want to jinx us, but I just, things are just looking good. So that's going to be it for us for today. Please leave a comment down in the comment section, like, subscribe, click to the notification bell to be notified for the next video.
Thanks for answering our question of the day. Together we will learn more. Have a good evening. See you at the next lawn leaf cleanup. Peace. Goodbye.